Well, hello everyone. Welcome to Truly Bedrock Season 3. This is episode 37. And it's been a little bit since we did a video because things have been chaotic. So if you've missed out on the streams where we've talked about work schedules and traveling and how all the things have worked out, you should go subscribe to Zap Live Streaming. That is the second channel where I do post all of the live streams. Starting about a month ago, we got that thing up and running. So if that's something you're interested in, go check it out. But hopefully we are back. Hopefully we're back to doing regular videos from Truly Bedrock and streams. We actually did a stream the morning of this video being recorded. We did some work at the base, which we will be showing off later. Now, in the last couple of episodes, we have gone around to the different areas and we have been working on projects, right? Finishing up projects that we started and we haven't completed. Very similar to what is going on here. Bye-bye. So originally, many moons ago, we started this project in the Nether. And we dug out the tunnels. We have the north, south, east, and west tunnels going. And the original plan was to start doing diagonal tunnels such as this one. And placing in stairs and stuff and things. And I quickly got burned out. I got burned out of this project. I think I did 3 or 4 videos on it, and then we did 4 or 5 streams on this, and there's still much more to go to complete this project. The biggest reason I got burned out is because one of the viewers made a mention that we are living in very close proximity this season and we're building a huge nether hub, but we don't need it. Yes, so that kind of kicked my motivation a little bit. I'm not faulting that person for making that comment because they're absolutely right. So, this is the biggest project on my list that I have looming because I've done some math, I've done some calculations and figured it took about 14 hours to dig this out, place all the blocks, smelt all the blocks, do all the things, the glass, the powdered concrete, all of those things, 14 hours. So if we do that times 3, that puts us at about 42 hours to complete this project, and I honestly don't have the time. And I really don't have the willpower to do this, so I've come up with a compromise. And that compromise is this. This area is being utilized by Foxy and Slack. Well, Foxy's Witch Hut and Slack and Jade's Desert. They have a tunnel down here, they're doing their thing. And what I think we're going to end up doing is closing these areas off. Now, before anybody says anything, there have been talks with some other Truly Bedrock members about finishing these tunnels out behind me. That one's not even being used, let's be honest. But it's only been that. It's been talks. There's nobody that's jumped on and offered to help. There's been just a couple of people talking about it. And basically what it boils down to, or what I've decided, is if I don't see any forward progress with these tunnels within about a week from the time this video releases, I am just going to simply close this off, and we're going to put in a redstone door. We're going to put in a redstone door because I know Silent goes down this tunnel, and Bruno goes down this tunnel. Rogue at one point went down this tunnel. I know Lee's down there. We've got Jesse down there. We've got Tizzy down there. I know we've got Foxy and Slack and Jade this way, and I also know that down this tunnel, I'm not 100% sure, actually. Oh, it's right here. This is the way to, this guy right here. Foxy and Slack's Drown Farm. It's their industrial area as well, I believe, that goes down that way. So we are going to maintain access to those, but Piggles is down this tunnel. It sucks because we have put in the work, and Piggles also did put in some work, putting in all the blocks around the side here. And the design, too, doesn't look like that. That's another part that kind of upset me. Diagonal tunnels are very difficult. Lee, you know what I'm talking about. So I think that's a good compromise. We're going to shut this off, have a little redstone door of sorts that'll get you in and out of these tunnels, and this one over here we're just going to close off completely. Pretty easy, right? Now back down at the Nether Hub, there is one other project that I do want to do, but we're not going to get to it today because I have plans for today's episode, and that is to put signs in. We need to put signs to shoot you up to the top of the Nether, signs that will also direct you to the fortress that I believe is that way. That way? I don't know. There's a fortress. It's either that way or that way or that way or that way. Nonetheless, we need to put those signs in. There's also a mesa that goes that way. There is a sand mining desert that way. It would be nice to get the people that actually do use the hub, like Tiz and Jesse. It'd be nice to get a couple of their heads, and we could put those at the front of the tunnel, directing them down a certain tunnel, and then if they have a portal off the hub here, it would be nice to see their head at that point. And I went the wrong way because I turned myself around. Like, Tiz has got his portal right here. So, it'd be nice to see something done with this. I might take and go ahead and clean this up for Tiz at a later date or later time, just so that things are looking a lot better. And that brings me to this guy right here with the boat. I'm not going to go down the entirety of this tunnel and start working on it, but what I do want to do is get some of this netherrack out of here. It kind of looks, you know, nethery. Oh, that's probably the silliest thing I've ever said. But no, seriously, I do want to come in here about to this blackstone that's just ahead of me, and I want to rip all these blocks out. And what I think we're going to do is we're just going to throw some nether brick down so that when you see it from the entrance over there, that it looks decent. I really don't care what this tunnel looks like beyond the blackstone, because really and truly I'm the only one that's coming down here. I think this is where we will start. I did give Lee full permission to utilize this, and of course anybody that is on Team 1 may use this as well. I mean, honestly, almost everybody from the server could probably just come out here if they really, really wanted to, but hey. Even if I extend the invitation, I know that it's going to be a select few individuals that come out here. So, like I said, I want to clean this area up, making it a little more presentable than it is. And then we have a few other things that I'd like to get on with today. Not have to say that looks a lot better. It blends in with the nether hub itself, or the tunnel rather, and the nether fog kind of starts drowning out the little bit of netherrack, which isn't there, but it looks like it is, and I love it. That is a nice, blended, pretty quick tunnel. Only took me like 15-20 minutes to do that. Now, if you missed the stream, we came to a realization that we don't have our phantoms anymore. You guys can't hear them. They're not here. They have disappeared. If we go upstairs to the villager trading area, where I had the zombification area set up, those guys are gone as well. I had a named zombie villager here and here. I had a named zombie in there. The phantoms were named as well, and I honestly don't know what happened. They disappeared. It is a little bit frustrating because that was a lot of work, but I mean, it is what it is, I guess. I don't know if the server went into peaceful mode to try to ramp down some mobs or what exactly happened. But in that stream, there's a creeper. I saw him. Ooh, I seen him. Yep. I have been ravaged by creepers lately. They spawn around the base here and they blow me up. I've blown up this entryway like 3 times and had to have repaired it. I don't like it, and it upsets me. But the last 3 streams that we've done work from this area here, where we have gone in and placed down a bunch of grass all the way back. We've changed that mountain, that mountain, that mountain, this little mound, all of these guys here, including this area, the cat, the area over on the other side of the base as well. We cleaned all this area up. We cleaned all of this axolotl area, that mountain back there, and I think this is starting to look so much better. There's no crazy andesite and stuff like that, or, I mean, granite and diorite sticking out. I did leave some of the coal on the cat because I still don't know what I want to do. So with that cleaned up, we started working on this oasis area over here by placing in some azalea trees and just kind of bone mealing them. And we made a little bit of a change to the axolotl area. As you can see, it has been closed off. There is no glass. And that is because I managed to build on a chunk border right here and somewhere right in here. This is literally on a 4-corner chunk. So I've had some disappearing entities, and the whole idea that I had with coming down here, just I went to creative and I didn't come up with what I had originally envisioned. I didn't like what I came up with, and so yeah, we filled it in. But this is what we're going to do now. We're going to take this mushroom path and we're going to blend it over to here eventually. We're going to bring it about into here somewhere, maybe over here in the moss, and then we're going to start blending a new path. That new path is probably going to take a turn at the rock and bring you underneath this tree, and then it's going to come over here. And we were kind of spitballing in the stream about potentially putting like a little dock area in here. I'm not going to build a boat or anything, but having like a Minecraft boat or something would be pretty neat. Realistically, you'd be coming to my base either from flying from that way or that way. This would never be the entrance, and the main entrance to the base is the nether portal over here. But I think that could look cool. We can blend in some of this moss block into this down here. And since it is dark, I wanted to show this area off where these trees have some glowstone in them. It adds a little light, and it really looks good. I love the way that we have kind of the evil infestation over here, and it's seeping out into this private oasis that we have going on here. I am missing a flame somewhere in this area. I know it. So I was going to do this on camera. I was going to show this all off, but since stream was going so good and I was having so much fun, I went ahead and did it. I did this area as well. And as far as the terraforming project goes, I can check that off my list. I've gone as far as I want to, with the exception of this. And then, of course, this little pathway. So, that is planned for next episode. I've actually been walking back and forth. You might have seen this shulker box sitting right over there. This is a future project box. It's still missing a couple of things. I need to grab some stairs and some glowstone and stuff. And we're going to do up this mountain here. And the other thing that I want to do is potentially look at putting a beacon underneath this mountain, all the way down, so that we can utilize the haze effect down in the mines. And I think it would look cool finally having a beacon rising up out of the base. So there's quite a few things that come with that. I do need to get myself the materials to make a beacon base. Between all of the stuff we have here, I think we would have enough to actually do it. Even got a little piece of netherite. But yeah, we're definitely going to need to do a bunch more mining, and I've got a little bit of stuff in there. But that is another project for another day. That's the next episode. That'll be episode 38. I think we will tackle this mountain and get this thing looking better and kind of blend it into the surrounding terrain. We may look at building this pathway down and actually getting this thing kind of dug out. It's just been a too tall gap for a very, very long time. And the next project that I want to work on, ooh, a little bit of a hiccup there, is I want to prevent the snow on this base. I don't like it. It's kind of ugly, is the best way I can put it. And to do so, I actually had a suggestion in the comments section of a video when we talked about it. about putting a glass layer. And when we add that glass layer, we could add that glass layer way at the top of build height, and surround the entirety of our base. So, with that all being said, I think it's time for us to jump over to creative, take a look a little bit about what I'm talking about. Well, I'm not a huge fan of it, but we've been playing around with this for a bit before we recorded the last clip, and a little bit after recording that clip. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to end up building a circle that kind of encompasses this entire thing here. The only thing that might be obstructed is going to be these things that stick out a little bit past the circle, but I do believe that the front sticks out further than anything else. This is 1955 here, and it's 9 over there. So 55 minus 9 is 34? 55. Is that right? This is 1933. This is all in creative, so... yeah, 55... that'd be 44. So... this is actually a shorter distance to over here, right? Oh no, I'm silly. 33, 55 minus 33 is 22. So it's 22 blocks to that end. It's 24 blocks to that end over there. I definitely think that this is going to be the way to go. So it's going to be like an ominous little circle over the base, and light blue is probably the best block to use. Unfortunately, with the fill command, you can put stained glass in, which I believe is a gray, and you can put regular glass or tinted glass. And I didn't like the tinted glass because it doesn't let light through, and so it left this area kind of dark. I mean, that is neat, but oh, now let's do it. Fill, let's see, 1915 by 255 by negative 288 by 1951 255 negative 252 with tinted glass. I mean, it casts a shadow on the entirety of the base, right? If we... like, there's a whole shadow that befalls the base, which could look cool in the grand scheme of things. That's just a lot of tinted glass that's going to require. It needs to be about a 25 block radius. I'm going to do a circle, not a square, but it's easier to fill that stuff in. Yeah. It definitely looks sinister. This is an old download, as you can tell. None of that's done down there, but we mess around, and yeah, I don't know. I would have to figure out what this is, square and then circled, and yeah, math things to figure out how much I need. But if we did the circle wider than the base and bumped it up maybe a few more blocks, like, I don't know, we could get like a shadow around the base. That might not look bad. I think that's what we're gonna do. So regardless, it's going to take us a lot of glass. So I need to go see if I can get some more amethyst. I might have to actually go steal from the maze project, and there's some spoilers. And yeah, here's what this place used to look like before we did all the cleaning. So I did some math, and I ran to the shopping district, and I've come up with I need 49 stacks of tinted glass to do the size circle around the base. And so I went and bought every bit of amethyst shard that Silent had. I had every bit that the Barn Bros had, and then I snagged up what I had for tinted glass sitting over at the Maze Project. So let's see what we can make for glass. We might be short on glass, but I know I have a shulker box laying around of some glass both in my chest, ender chest, as well as this guy over here. So hopefully... Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, my goodness. I've got glass. I've got so much glass. So what it boils down to is I need 27 stacks, and then I need 22. Yep, that's what we need inside of our deal here, so we should have more than enough glass to do this. So now, I get to craft a bunch of tinted glass. And the nice thing is that this, though it is expensive for all of this, we do get 2 pieces of glass. I wish that this would produce like 4 pieces of glass, considering the amount of amethyst shards. But hey, we'll make do with what we've got. Hopefully, we have enough. I don't think that it's going to be enough, which means I'm going to need to AFK at something. Because, right, this should make 2 stacks, so we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 stacks, plus what was already in my inventory, so that's 12 more stacks of glass. It's gonna be shy, which is unfortunate, so... Dang it. So I think what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to get up with some of my compadres. I shouldn't be taking the glass out of there. I should be taking the glass out of here. Let's go ahead and fill this shulker back up. And I have... That is one thing I am not lacking this season right now, or I should say at the moment, is glass. So let's grab what we can for the rest of our amethyst shards, and let's just get going. And is that a wandering trader that just entered our domain? Our domicile? It is. What you got, dude? Redstone ore, quartz. Oh my goodness, we could get mini blocks for beacons. We could really mess with people. Oh. But no. Let's get as much of this as we can. That is a decent amount there. That is the full shulker at least. And this will get us a little bit further. So let's see. You know, I'm not even going to count that half stack unless I have... There we go. There. We'll take all of that out of there. That gives me exactly 9 stacks. This would be 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So I am 9 plus 4. I am 13 stacks of glass short. That means I need, what, 12 things of glass, which we have more than enough of. The only unfortunate thing is we need more amethyst shards. So I guess it's time for us to go chill in the old geode that we have and hang out in that for a while, put our stuff away, and see if we can't get ourselves a bunch of tinted glass or amethyst shards. Now, when they do fully grow with the fortune pickaxe, we get quite a bit. So we're just gonna have to see what we can do. Yeah, that's unfortunate. So, looks like some of these have actually grown. Oh yeah, there's 4 right there. Oh, this is our life now. Wish us luck. Ooh, there was quite a few there. Um, hello? There we go. I was gonna say, why can I not jump? Early on in the season, man, I was just going through and banging these things and taking off all of um, the crystals and stuff, swinging my pickaxe all fast and crazy. And unfortunately, when I did that, I broke a lot of these inside of the one geode that I had originally found at Spawn Town. So unfortunately, oh, we're not going to get an exceptionally large amount from Spawn Town. We're going to have to rely on this geode here, which has potential, right? Found a couple of these around the base, and this is the one that I've kind of put a whole little area to where I can mine all of this stuff, and we can collect ourselves some amethyst shards. But this stuff does not grow crazy fast, but it grows decent enough nonetheless. So, yep. Just gonna have to go up here, get those, and then mine this away. So, time for us to get ourselves AFK. We'll get out of all of our stuff just in case a drowned decides to find his way down here. And wish me luck. All right, a little bit of AFKing at the geode back here and talking with some of the TB members and finding their geodes. I think I have all the tinted glass I need. Empty shulker box here, but this one's still got a little bit, not to mention what we have in our inventory. And I've already gone out the 31 blocks that we need to in each direction. And one of the hardest things is setting up a little work area for ourselves underneath, because obviously, as you can see up in this corner here, well, you can't see my cursor, I guess, but anyway, we are at build limit. So now we've got to connect this to here, this to here, and this to here. And then, once we get that done, we got to dive down here and start getting all of the different snow blocks removed. So it's going to be quite the process, but I think in the end, it is going to look awesome. So a lot of tinted glass to place, and hopefully this won't take too long. You know, a lot of times when we do math for projects like this, we come out needing more or gathering way too many materials, but this is all I have left. All of these shulker boxes down here are empty. I have 12 pieces left, which actually by the time we come down here, we are only going to have 11 pieces left, because we are going to close up that little bit. But as you can see, we don't have anything. And so what I'm going to do is we're going to clean up our scaffolding. We're going to clean up our materials here. Hopefully this stuff doesn't go falling down, and put all of it in here. So originally I had a couple of shulker boxes worth, and yeah, we're looking really, really good on this. But the next thing that I would like to do is check this thing out, because as you see, it casts an eerie shadow on the base. That is a quite large circle. But looking down at the base, and even like the ghast right there, I do like the way that it's like half casted in a shadow and half not. And then of course the base itself looks really, really good. I think honestly we're gonna clean up some of the snow. I need to do that, and this is gonna look good. But I don't think that the candles are going to stick out the way I would like them to. Not like the lava does, really. 2 rockets to get to the top. So I'm going to take the old shovel here, and we're going to start cleaning up all of this snow on top. And then we're going to have to go down below and start looking at cleaning up all of these bits and pieces all the way down. Namely the front of the base, but I'm going to go around and clean all the snow, because this just doesn't, it just doesn't look right, right? So I do love the shadow, and these things are dim, but we'll have to see what it looks like. That is so much nicer. right? Little bit of glow, little bit of darkness. Oh. I missed one. No problem. We can definitely probably reach that. Yeah, from here. The other thing that I noticed, there's a couple of things that I noticed. Number one, we now have a dark area here where I've had to throw in a little bit of torch spam, and we're probably going to have to do something up here, right? Otherwise we're going to have some mobs spawning. It's going to be a little bit chaotic, and we don't want that. So, the other thing that I noticed, and you guys would have seen it if you were eagle-eyed while we were flying, and that is that this creates a little color change in the grass that is near our base. And I'll show you guys what I mean momentarily. Right here. See this? All the way around. All the way around. All the way around. I don't know why it intersects right here. Hello, friends. Like it hasn't updated? I don't know. It's weird that it goes where the stripe is, and then it stops here. That is just a weird border. I honestly don't know. And it goes up here, and then it hits some of the grass blocks here. Maybe it's just a different biome there? But it comes back around over here and hits this grass going around here. I don't understand it. And then again, it stops like right here. This is like the first half of the circle I did. Maybe a relog will fix that. I don't know. But the base has been de-snowified. It now has the eerie glow of darkness. It has the circle above it. And I honestly think that this looks absolutely 100% amazing. It's dark. It brings a little bit extra to this build. The glow of the candles does work. We're going to wait for nighttime to fall on us. Hopefully nobody sleeps. I think Tiz just relogged. No, he's gone. It's just Slack that's AFK at the minute. So we should be able to see this thing lit up. And as you can see, it's got a nice glow to it when the darkness does fall on it. The base itself actually lights up in the darkness, where it's dark in the daytime. That's a neat effect. So the individual that suggested this to me, I can't remember your name right off the top of my head. I do apologize for that, but thank you ever so much, because that is so cool. That is a neat thing. That the base is dark and then it lights up. And of course we have the horde of villagers or zombies trying to get at the villagers. Constant problems around the base. Let's just go take a little nap. So that is what I wanted to get done this episode. I'm happy with our progress. I think we have one more episode of finishing up projects, and we can move on to the bigger and better things that we've been talking about and hinting about for a little while now. I guess the base isn't in total darkness either, but it casts an eerie shadow that kind of disappears during the evening, right? I love it. The base is looking cool. I love the half dark ghast here, and everything's coming together. The base is coming together. The only thing left is the mountain behind me, and then I will be 100% satisfied with this area. That doesn't mean we're done with this area and we're not going to do anything else. It just means the projects that I originally had in mind are complete, and we can move on from that. And I got a zombie over there trying to knock on my door. We're going to take care of that, but that is going to do it for us today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you guys know the routine by now. Leave a like. Consider subscribing if you're new. Leave a comment, as always. I do try to answer those. The last couple of videos have been kind of crazy because of work schedules and stuff, which we all know has caused some chaos, but check the description down below for all of the different ways to follow me, including a link to my Twitter, Twitch, Discord, a link to the Truly Bedrock Discord, a link to the Truly Bedrock website. There's also a link to Patreon, and a link to all the other Truly Bedrock members. Yikes. It's hard to say the whole outro thing. I could do a retake, but hey, sometimes leaving in the goofs is funny, right? Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one.